Hello again, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a fun little haul and kind of a review video for you. E.L.F is a product that I have heard about for years and years and years. E.L.F. E.L.F. Honestly, I'm like kind of embarrassed to admit this, but for years I was like, I guess they must like Christmas time. Like I legitimately thought it was kind of like elf or fairy. That was why I thought it was named that. I know. Anyway, for those who don't know, E.L.F is eyes, lips, and face. And they are a makeup brand that I feel horrible, but for the longest time I always associated them as kind of a cheap makeup brand. You know, they'd sell them at Target and things were only like $1 or $3, so I just assumed that cheap prices meant cheap product. And boy, was I wrong and have I been missing out. Probably about 2 years ago, my friend hosted a favorite things party. And a favorite things party is where everyone brings a few of their favorite things and we exchange them with all of our friends. And it's a really great way for you to kind of be introduced to something awesome that someone else likes, and you get the idea. Anyway, one of my really good friends, Jenna, she was there and she is a makeup lover like me, and she brought an E.L.F complexion brush, and she talked about how, you know, she used to work at Bobbi Brown, and since being married and having kids, you know, she can't really afford to just go out and buy expensive makeup brushes anymore, and how this brush was like the best brush. It was affordable, but it was very similar to a high-end brush. And so I went home and I used it and I fell in love. And I fell in love so much that one time when I was in Canada, I saw that they were selling they had E.L.F products. And at the time I hadn't really seen them around in stores that much, and they had a C brush. And I've talked about that on my channel before, how I use it to blend my eyeshadow. Anyway, I have had these two brushes, I've loved them. I finally decided there's got to be something more to this E.L.F company, that I did not give them a chance. So here I have been missing out all these years on E.L.F products, and apparently I think even Oprah has talked about E.L.F products before, just how affordable they are yet high-end they are. And a lot of E.L.F products, if you watch a lot of YouTube or read a lot of beauty blogs, you'll notice they are always used as dupes for other high-end products. So I decided to finally really just dive headfirst into trying E.L.F products. I went shopping, bought a few things that I was interested in. So I have a little haul for you today on all the stuff that I got, and I have been using some of it, so a little review as well. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with this matte lip color. They had a few different colors, and it's just a really fun little lipstick stick. You know, it goes up and down, and I got it in this really kind of dusty rose. I don't know what color you'd call this. What color is it? It's called Tea Rose. I'm actually wearing it right now. I love it. I really wear a lot of neon lip colors, which I love, fun poppy colors. So it's nice to get a little bit of a change, kind of a little more mature look, grown up, kind of sexy. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Really pretty. And so I'm wearing it now, but I really think it's gonna be an amazing color for fall. And I really love the matte, the way the matte comes off. So I will definitely be getting more of these because I think it was only, darn, I don't have it on here, but I swear all of this stuff, some of it was only $1. Some of it was $3. I think the most I paid for it, anything like one single item, was like $6. I don't even, yeah, I don't know. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The next item I have is the E.L.F High Definition Powder. It comes in this fun little box like contraption. I haven't actually used this yet. But I'm really excited because it has been considered a dupe for a lot of the other kind of HD powders that are really good for photography and video and whatever. So maybe I should put some on now if it's good for video. This is also the powder you really have to be careful with if you watch, like, well, I don't watch TMZ. If you read magazines, you see like the white face that a lot of girls get. I think Angelina Jolie just had one at Maleficent, whatever. Anyway, you got to be a little careful with this. Make sure you're applying it right. Wow, I've got like... Anyway, you get the idea. I'm excited to try it since I've heard so much about it. The next item I have are the E.L.F's All Over Color Sticks. These have been considered a dupe to different highlighters, NARS, liquid highlighter, I believe Benefits, High Beam, which I use and love, and they were only $1 a piece, so I got them in 2 different colors. I got it in Spotlight is kind of more of the white, and then Permission or Persimmon is more of that pinky color that's really similar to the High Beam Benefit. So far I've really loved them. I mean, especially for $1, it's a cream-based stick. You just kind of put it where you want to highlight, under the brow, your cheekbones, all that fun stuff. So for $1, amazing. I really like them, and they're just really, really pretty. They go on really nicely, and they blend in really well too. So $1. Can't beat $1. I mean seriously, it's like the dollar menu for makeup. E.L.F. is the dollar menu for makeup. It's amazing. Alright, the next item I have is the E.L.F. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. I love this stuff. I love, 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 love it. I don't really use eyeshadow primers a ton, but this stuff has completely converted me. Not only does it make my makeup like last longer and go on smoother, but what I really love is that it's colored, and I think you could get different shades. This one, well, I don't know, maybe I'm making that up. It says sheer, but it actually is kind of like a light, almost like a very light foundation color, and it makes my eyelids the same color as the rest of my face, which is really awesome because when you can make your skin color as kind of flat as possible before you put makeup on it, the true color of the makeup can really shine through. And so I feel like everything just looks better on top of this. Everything. So you need to go do this. You need to go get it. You need to buy it. And you just love it. Alright, this one I'm really excited about because it was kind of like oh, it's $1, throw it in there. Probably won't like really do anything. It is the Zit Zapper. Alright, this stuff is a blend of some pretty serious business, let me tell you. You open it up and the smell just hits ya. It's like, ooh, strong, strong stuff going on in there. And it's basically what it says it is, a Zit Zapper. And so I actually used this last week. I had a bunch of like, you know those little, you know they're coming in, but they're not quite there yet. They're like little bumps, but they haven't like reached the surface just yet. I had like a cluster of those on my chin. Thank you. Put this on there and I'm not joking. They were gone like the next day. Like I put it on before I went to bed. I washed my face, put some on, woke up the next morning, all the bumps were gone. And I know for a fact that those probably would have like come through in a few days. And I really, really do think it was because this stuff is potent and so strong. It's got a nice little roller ball on top. So it worked really well for me. I've been using it. I highly suggest it. Just to kind of have, maybe if you're out and about or traveling, put this on when you get a little friend. And it worked really great for me. So hopefully it would work really good with your skin type as well. So definitely got to try that one out. This next one I'm really excited about because I fell so in love with E.L.F. brushes that I have had, and that's kind of what introduced me to the whole company anyway. I got a pack of their brushes. And this is just really a great option for people who really want makeup brushes but don't have the money to just drop and invest into like MAC brushes and these really expensive brushes. This is a really great option. This whole thing was like $11. Well, I don't even know. Was it 20? There's 11 in them. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up and it was like 20 bucks. I really should have pulled out the prices before I did this video, but they're really, really affordable. That's all I'm gonna say. So this one I did get separate. This is the stippling brush. It's a little dirty because I've been using it, but I really, really like it. It's a really great, cheap, I hate to use the word cheap because, like I said, I was misguided in the quality that I thought it would be because it was so affordable. That's probably the better word. It's really affordable, and it's so soft. That's the wonderful thing about all these. They're so soft. And anyway, they come with so many. They have different types that you can get. You can get all of them. You can get an even smaller one than this. This is kind of the one I would recommend if you really want to get into makeup and just have a little bit of everything at your hands and ready for you. This is the This is the complexion brush that started it all. This stuff is just, this is so soft. This is the E.L.F. fan brush. Fan brushes are kind of used for highlighters and powders to just fan up the side of your cheek and really get that nice angle. Again, I just talked about the complexion brush. Love this, kind of an all-over face brush. Already talked about the stippling brush. This really puts on your foundation really evenly and kind of gives you an airbrushed look. The next brush is a smudge brush, a small smudge brush, which is really great if you're doing like a smoky eye or really getting in those creases. And then, oh, a contour brush. I'm really excited about this one. I've been loving this to really apply that into the contour of your eye, get that eyeshadow in there really nice and tight. And then you'd go through with the C brush and blend it out. And I've been, you know, I've obviously been a fan of this one for a while. I've talked about it on my YouTube, I don't even know how many times. This is an angled foundation brush. This one's kind of funny looking, but it's really nice. It's the powder brush, and it's just kind of a nice flat brush. This is another small angled brush, just really great for putting on eyeliners and eyeshadows, and a small precision brush, also just good for getting in those little nooks and crannies. And then a really nice pretty blush brush, just really like soft again and a little smaller so you can kind of pinpoint really where you want it. And then last but not least, a concealer brush, so you can apply your concealer without using your finger, which, I mean, I usually apply my concealer with my fingers, but when you have like a really gnarly zit or like kind of almost like an open wound, I know that sounds so gross, but I know we've also all been there. This is really good to get in there and really make sure everything's covered up, especially if you have like a big event or something. Anyways, it came in this really nice little case, and so that's really nice to just travel with. You know, you can just throw that in your bag. So hopefully that introduced you to some fun items from E.L.F. I really love their line, their brand. I wish I hadn't waited so long to try them. I feel really guilty, and I'm the one that was missing out the whole time. So I definitely love everything that I've gotten. I recommend all of it, and really the beauty of it is that you can try everything because it's so affordable. I know at my Walmart there was like a huge display of E.L.F. stuff, but I got all of this online, so if you don't have one near you, go check online. I even got free shipping. I found like a code online, so go try some eyes, lips, face. They're not an E.L.F. fairy company, just so you know. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next video for 30 Days of Beauty. I like that it's almost like a pencil, you know? It's really simple.